When we started Thermondo a couple of years ago, at one point we actually decided to hire our installers. And I can tell you, the latest, when that happened, people looked at us and said, well, you guys are nuts. It's at least counterintuitive to go that deep in your vertical integration. So from being a digital company, now all the way to the real world and hire your installers. Well, today, Thermondo is the market leader in heating installations for private households in Germany. And I will break it down to you in the next minutes. But before I do that, let's talk about the energy markets, because we look at ourselves as being an energy company. The energy markets are, first of all, they're massive. So just residential consumption of heat and power, so electricity in Europe, is more than 240 billion a year. Now, in addition, if you take the hardware markets, like our market, our core segment, heat solutions, hardware, that's another 75 billion. Now you have PV markets, you have smart home markets, so altogether, this is a very, very large market. And interestingly, Germany is not even the largest country here, or largest market. Heating systems in Germany are pretty old. They're 17, 20 years old on average. And that although Germans actually like efficiency, and they're certainly green. And that was the reason why we started this company. Now, the beauty of those energy markets is they're not only massive, they're also under monumental change. You know, you have the old world, which is dominated by big companies, international utilities that had billions of euros and dollars and had the opportunity that could invest in large power plants. Now that's over. You will not see any large investments in large power plants. In the new world, the power plant operator is not the multinational, is not that the club of few that have billions. It is the house owner. Because the power plants of the future are on top of your roof, and they're called photovoltaics, or then your basement, and they produce heat. And then you will have storage devices, and you will have something that is smart and controls all that. Now, the skills of the old world, they don't really translate into the new world. And if you need any testament for that, just look at market caps of large utilities these days. No, so the question really is, who is the solution provider for this new power plant operator, the house owner? Well, here comes Thermondo. In the last 3 years, we became the largest installer of heating systems in Germany, and not only that, we're also the largest financing provider and of subsidy schemes too in this country. And the question is, and maybe some numbers first, I mean, how did we get there? And I think the most important number is the one in the middle. So 96% of our customers, and we provide a service that has been existing before, but 96% of our customers would actually recommend us to their peers. And we have been growing quite nicely the last years, and we have a broad base of shareholders with very diverse skills, you know, company building as well as the energy markets. We are clearly a company that cares about the purpose, we care about the CO2 that we reduce, and we are caring about our people. We are one of the most sought after employers in Berlin. But the question really is, how did you get there? How do you get there? And what makes us better? And that is our consumer journey, or elements of our consumer journey. So we've been able to combine a strong offline element, a strong digital component with real-world offline components. So you go to our website, you put in data points that are specific to your house. We take those data points, we have a first quote on that. We call you, we go immediately into a more detailed specification specifically for your house. And then you get a first binding quote. This is not a cost estimate, it's a binding quote. So it's very fast. We get to this point very quickly, much quicker than the market. You have more choice. We have 6 manufacturers. The average company out there has 1 to 2 manufacturers. And then ultimately, you will have 2 people coming to your place. That will be the first time you see somebody from us, and they come and install the heat solution. And then a year later, we will be back because we do the maintenance. And for us, the installation is actually only the start of a 15-year-long relationship that we can earn, but we are well placed to earn it if we provide great service. Because we believe we have two core beliefs at Thermondo. And the first one is we always want to be directly at the customer, and that goes back to being vertically integrated. This is actually Michael. He's one of our master craftsmen out of the city of Karlsruhe here in Germany. And we really believe if we can bring together the process excellence of the internet world and the soul of craftsmanship and the quality of craftsmanship, that this together can be very powerful. And secondly, we always want to provide superior products. So all of our products need to be superior. To give you an example, we've just launched our maintenance product a couple of weeks ago, and it's coming in 3 different service levels, very transparent pricing structure. You can pick depending on your needs, and it's just easier and more transparent than what you would typically get in the market. And when we look at Thermondo, when we look at the way we build this business, we often talk about our 4 distinct value creation steps. The first one is lead generation. Lead generation, and we are the largest lead generator in Germany, and some people out there, when they look at us, they believe that's all we do. So we need to be really good at lead generation. Secondly, sales and engineering and financing. And that's our algorithm. That was our initial innovation that we came up with. So this is now industrialized. We can scale sales of a very complex service. Secondly, we have also industrialized the fulfillment because that's our proprietary software there, our project management software. We produce actually hard bill of quantities without seeing your house. So we're going down to the nuts and bolts and that are ready to order and are then shipped just in time to the point of construction. And then ultimately, it's after sales. Like I just said, we believe every installation is the beginning of a 15-year-long relationship at least, and we are very serious about that. And all this is linked with our own software. So we are a software company. We get actually a lot of requests of companies that want to buy our software. And we say no, because our strategy is not to be a software as a service company, but to be a deeply vertically integrated energy company. So what's coming up? How do we take Thermondo from being a larger installer, although in a very fragmented market in one country, to being a leader in European energy and distributed energy? Well, we believe that we are very well positioned to provide superior services, not only in the heat installation or in maintenance, but across all energy services. We want to be the destination solution provider to house owners. And we are launching a couple of more products. So the first product we are launching in 2 months probably from now will be the heat lease. So the heating system in the basement will be actually in our balance sheet, so we finance it, and we will manage it for you, so just pay a monthly fee. And depending on your down payment, will be a very flexible structure there. You can really choose your monthly fee. Ultimately, this will be that at one point, we will only sell a temperature to you. You will be able to tell us, well, I like 21 degrees, because we know where you live, we know your house, we know your insulation levels, we know your fuel type, we know your hardware, we know a lot, and we can sell 21 degrees to you. Not yet, coming up. And then also natural gas. So do we want to enter the commodity business? No, I don't want to sell commodities. However, you need gas, oil, you need a commodity to fuel your heating system. And our service there will be that we support you and will optimize your fuel that you will buying, depending on your preferences. So whether you like green, whether you like local, and we will be buying the fuel for you. Then 2017 and following, we will go strongly into the electricity markets. Yes, we believe in PV. We believe in battery storage. Those markets are much smaller than the market we are currently in, but they will be the focus of our development in 2017. And when we do all this, the frequency of our interaction with our customers will be increasing. So right now, it's 15 years now, maintenance every year. But ultimately, when you get to the data stage, it's obviously a real-time conversation, our relationship you have with your customers. Well, if we all put this together, then I believe we have a realistic shot at becoming a very special company, because I think what's happening with the energy markets right now can only be compared with what happened to telephony in the 90s, with the emergence of mobile telephony. If you look at the market and the players in the 90s, you had all the incumbents that struggled, and you had new companies coming up that were able to compete with much larger, much more capital and strong incumbents just because they were providing better services. And that's what we are working on every day. Thank you very much.